So what does it mean to guard the mind from evil? Right? You want to be as high functioning as you can in the world, but also as ignorant of evil as possible, so that you don't even so that you don't know about it. You literally don't know about it, because the more evil that you know about, the more that you have to forgive and transcend and include in order to return to God. And so knowing more about evil does make you more conscious, but then it also makes repentance and other things like that more difficult, because you have to integrate worse and worse things to return to God. That's the whole thing with judgment and all that. But it's not just I'm judging the person. It's no, if you become aware of a really horrible evil, either through hearsay or firsthand by participating in it or something, that suddenly becomes, basically something that you have to transcend and include. So transcending and including things becomes more difficult. So as you dig into and understand the world, if you encounter something that's just too horrible to really wrap your mind around, you can't integrate it, you can't whatever, that causes you to retreat from God, because God is including that. So when somebody can get you to look at or see a really horrible, nasty thing that you recoil from, that, and rightly so, right? But that recoiling is taking the knowledge of good and evil and eating something that you can't integrate. So it kind of poisons you and you fall out of God, or you go into purgatory. Until you can integrate that thing. So that's the poison. It's the thing, and then there's the you perceive or learn about. So you can learn about, this is the danger of conspiracy stuff, but also in doing that, your love gains a depth, your love gains dimension, your love gains volume as you learn to include greater and greater things. I guess greater and greater freedoms, greater and greater ecosystems. And let the problem of evil sort of truly be left to its own devices. Don't participate in it, but also don't let the evil perpetuate itself in you by so it has to be sort of held and transcended, and you go, oh yeah, you got away with it, and it's no, that kind of it destroys the notion of it if it's done correctly, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. Forgiveness without transcendence is just being a pussy. But forgiveness with transcendence destroys the perpetrator, sort of. Right, it absolutely wrecks it. So that's not being soft on crime and stuff. But if you don't have that, then it's bullshit. You just let them get away with it, which you don't want to do. I mean, or do you, right? But so that's the whole see no evil, hear no evil. You don't want to go too deep into these conspiracy holes, because it just makes it harder. It separates you from God to see that stuff, to go look for the horrible things. But if the horrible things are thrust on you, then that's your burden to bear. That's your command to expand. But it's like you'll notice in yourself there's a desire to seek out this evil to cause the expansion, which is what the evil people do. Like when you notice yourself, you're like hunting for evil that is not really being given to you to deal with. It's from the trauma, like from the evil has traumatized you and separated you from God, to where there is not that transcendent forgiveness that truly wipes out the evil. Right? If you don't have that transcendent forgiveness that wipes out the evil, then that evil is traumatizing you and is still active in the world, rather than boom. And then that's over the top magic healing powers, the ability to absolve karma and absolve and remiss sins. Right? It's a big deal, but that's also the birthright of humanity. That's a basic ability people should have.